In 1796, Turner exhibited an oil painting, Fisherman at Sea. He was 21 years of age. Joseph Mallard William Turner was a prolific English painter in the Romantic style. Having joined the Royal Academy of Art at age 14, he had, like all students there, focused on drawing and watercolour. Later he graduated to oils and 7 years after joining the Academy exhibited his first oil painting. This one, Fisherman at Sea. Fishermen would go out at night with a light to attract fish towards their nets. The painting is dark, low-key is the artistic term. Almost half the canvas is black and another good portion is very dark green. Two lights illuminate the scene, the moon overhead and the lantern on the boat. Below that lantern you can make out the nets ready to receive the fish drawn by the light. And on top of the net, a few splashes of fish breaking the surface as they are constrained by the net. Overhead, black clouds receive some light from the full moon. The moon illuminates our scene through a break in the clouds. Dark black-green smudges suggest trees on the shore. In the distance, headlands. Birds wheel about, attracted by the concentration of fish. To the right, two other boats, having either already got their catch or preparing to do so, or maybe just returning to shore due to the danger. When looking at a painting, our eyes will be attracted to the points of greatest contrast between light and dark, which is here, with the moon and the clouds. But we are used to the moon being a light source and do not expect much of a story from it. Instead, our eyes quickly go to whatever the moon is illuminating, and then the secondary source of light becomes our focus. The warmer lantern light casts its glow on the faces and actions of the fishermen, holding their own in the rough waves, the waves' power stronger as they near the shore. One man is working the light to attract the fish, while 4 others are keeping the net stretched or hauling on it. 3 of them are on the far side of the boat. They are here to keep the boat from keeling over from the weight of the net and fish. The unpredictable waves could also add force sideways to the boat without warning. To say it's dangerous is an understatement. In addition to the normal perils at sea, being on the waves and water at night adds another dimension of danger. And this night is particularly perilous. The waves are higher than the hull of the boat and crested with whitecaps. In Turner's world, the role of manual skill and the strength of muscles was how things were accomplished. If you wanted fish, you had to go out on the waves and catch them. Large industrialised trawlers would come later. Your boat had to be small enough from which to lay nets by hand and then haul them in. This means the vessels were lighter, making them more subject to waves. A storm or strong wind could mean death. A rogue wave could swamp your boat. Danger was an accepted part of life, and this is not to glorify their toughness. The reality was people lived shorter lives, one of the reasons being accidental death while pursuing your job. 60 years later, William Whiting, an Anglican clergyman, wrote the words to a hymn. Eternal Father strong to save, whose arm hath bound the restless wave, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own appointed limits keep. O hear us when we cry to thee, for those in peril on the sea. The thought of peril at sea was a regular theme in paintings, one with which Turner would have been well acquainted. There is drama and action, and many of the viewers of these paintings would have resonated with these known risks. Few people would not have had some effect from ships lost at sea, either through lost goods or lost relatives. And of course, I'm talking as if these perils were all in the past. In the developed world, larger ships help make being on the sea safer, but lots of the world still relies on small fishing boats and strong sailors. Back to our painting. We see glimpses of Turner's style emerging. Abstraction. His ability to abstract those distant masts, the colours in this illuminated wave, and particularly those trees. To abstract trees like this, especially in his time, shows a confidence other artists may never achieve. Atmosphere. His ability to create atmosphere, what would become Turner's defining contribution. Seen here in the distant clouds, the sense of rain or heavy spray under these lowering clouds, the distant headlands shrouded in the night. Drama. His sense of drama, and here not overplayed, an important point. Compare it to, admittedly, a more dramatic subject in Vernet's Shipwreck painting. Turner has placed us in his dangerous scene without having to have women holding their hands out and men dangling from ropes. For a 21-year-old artist seeking to make his name, he is showing remarkable maturity. His painting is truer to real life rather than something being enacted by thespians. He doesn't need overwrought expressions on faces to tell the story. We can't even see the faces. No, it is the crafting of the entire scene that allows us to partake in the hard work and danger of the task at hand. To feel authentically there, to get a sense of drama and a feeling for the people. Light. This pool of light, surrounded by darkness and atmosphere, draws us into the people. We can barely make them out. They are mostly silhouettes, figures that put into perspective the larger drama of wind and clouds, of tumultuous waves, and those in peril on the sea. A worthy first exhibition, with the smallest amount of light fighting against the darkness, with barely more than a couple of colours, lots of black and lots of abstraction. 21-year-old J.M.W. Turner has put us here, on the sea, concerned for the fishermen and hoping they will get their catch into the boat without delay and make it safely back to shore. Turner's career will blossom from here. He went on to paint some of Britain's best-loved paintings. Especially loved is The Fighting Temeraire. A link is on the screen or appearing soon. All right, some channel news. The hat. Some of you really liked it. Here's what I'm going to do if I remember. I'm going to stay with my authentic head during the video, but put on my hat at the end, during the outro, as a visual cue that the video is winding up. I don't know if this is too much bother, but we'll see how it works out. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply like each video, well, if it deserves it. Subscribers are growing, which is encouraging to me. Thanks for your support. See you next time.